All right, everybody, what is up? Welcome to Nexus Commentaries. I'm Zextrus. I'm solo casting tonight, flying solo. Welcome to week 2 of Rekt League. Tonight, we had a bit of a delayed start, a little miscommunication. No worries, though. We've got Rick's R for Kids versus Trog Squad on deck, ready to go. And, awesomely enough, we're gonna go to Volskaya Foundry. So let's not even waste any time. Let's get right into this draft. So Volskaya being a very, very interesting map to where the conveyor belts come into play quite heavily for these objectives. And we're going to see just how this turns out. So we do see the GARROSH get banned as the cat decides to jump all over me because I'm talking. So obviously I'm talking to him. We see the GARROSH get banned out right here. And yeah, pretty standard ban. Nothing too surprising right there. We'll see what Ricks are for Kids on our left-hand side. They decided to ban that Chromie out. And really, I kind of feel like that's a good decision, if I'm honest. Chromie, even the two chains, but we see the Chromie get banned out here. So we'll see how Trog Squad decides to respond right here. See what they decide to grab for their first pick. Cat, you're gonna fall. Junkrat, because all heroes. We get a 300-bit donation, so I can say J-Frail over and over tonight. And until J-Fry decides to beat that donation, it's J-Frail. So we see the ETC and the Stukov. ETC, a high mobility hero, will be able to just power slide his way through those conveyor belts with ease. Stukov, and I don't know if how this will work, but I do believe the lurking arm, if it's placed on a conveyor belt, I believe that arm will move. We see the Murden and the Vala pickup, two really strong pickups right here on the side of Trog Squad. I like these two picks. Murden recently going through a rework, which has really, really opened up his build. The momentum is now baselined into his Stormbolt, and that's a quest now. So he hits 25 heroes with Stormbolt, and then he gets battle momentum on his Stormbolt, and that's honestly really, really strong. So, and it opens up some interesting build options. Like, I've been playing a lot of Murden here recently, and I've really been enjoying Sledgehammer on Murden. So, and the Vala always a strong pick. We see Rixer for Kids hovering that Brightwing band. Oh, they banned out Brightwing. We see the Lunar come out, another actual high mobility hero with that leaping strike. Would actually pair very, very well with the ETC and the Stukov. So we'll see what Rixer for Kids decide to pick up for their third and fourth picks. Ooh, another reworked hero in Zuljin, going to be very hard to bring down with the healing that Stukov can provide. Now, we see an Asmodan. Now, that's an interesting pick right there. Now, I wonder if this will be a Sieging Wrath or even a laser build. So, what we'll see, we'll have to see. And I do wonder what ultimate Zuljin will decide to take as Guillotine has been seeing, at least in the games I've played, has been seeing a much higher pick rate than Tazdingo. So that'll be definitely interesting to see how that turns out here in the future in this upcoming game. But right now we're looking at the final two pickups for Trog Squad. We see the Johanna, who has actually gotten a bit of a rework here recently. Falling Sword doing a half-second extra of slow, as well as hold your ground, giving an additional 10%, those being her biggest changes. We'll see what this last pick is going to be on the side, and it's going to be the Ariel, and right there's their healer, which they were lacking. We'll see what Rekt for Kids decide to go with on this last pick. It's the Pro Genjo. I feel like the Genji player is a weeb. Because why would you pick the unit, the Evangelion Unit 1 colors on Genji? I am going to... I really like what Rekt for Kids are doing right here. They have like 2.5. They have like 1.5 tanks because Asmodan is just so beefy. Has such a huge health pool that it's almost like having an additional tank. So here we go. Game 1 between Rekt for Kids and the Trog Squad. We'll see how this turns out. But this is Rekt League Week 2, presented by us here at Nexus Commentaries. We'll see who has a potato computer here. This loading art cracks me up. They all look so like... They did a very Overwatch job on this loading screen. So here we go. On the left-hand side, on the side of Rekt for Kids, we got Zergling on the Zul'jin Dementia. On the M. Bison, Barcode is rocking the Asmodan. Squirrel Sean is playing the ETC. Mitchie D's is on the Pro Genjo. And on the side of the Trog Squad, we've got Tal Griffin on the Junkrat, Jay Frail on the Johanna, Murderface on the Ariel. We've got Donison on the Muradin, and Jamaica is on the, looks like the Vala. So here we go, a little bit of initial engagement right there. The silence coming out from the Stukov right there, forcing everyone back, and Zergling just kind of going to town right now with those axes, getting a lot of value. Genji having to pop the deflect just now. Zergling in a little bit of trouble, gets hit by the clap from Donison, eats a stun. Here comes another stun. He's in a lot of trouble. You don't see him getting out of there. He goes down. First blood to Trog Squad, actually. Well played by them. Barcode throwing out some additional damage right there on the Asmodan. We'll see what these heroes took. At level 1, the Asmodan does go Sieging Wrath, Agile Dismount, Growing Infestation, Guitar Hero, and Headhunter. We'll see the Weighted Pustule comes out from Dementia onto the J-Frail, and J-Frail actually having to back up a bit. The axes do fly out from the Zul'jin, both connect onto her, and this mid lane's just seeing a lot of push action right now. As Genji kind of lurking around, has to hit deflect and get out of there in a hurry. Another 2 stacks onto that Sieging Wrath just now as we're waiting for this first. Ooh, Squirrel Sean eating a stun right there. Is going to probably go back as Junkrat and Muradin are probably a bit much for the beefy Marine to handle. Another 2 stacks, it seems, and Zergling uses that concussive mine, to get himself out, and this is where the fun's going to happen. So, but the interesting to note is Trog Squad does have a bit of a level lead right now, as Jay Frail continues to push that lane forward. Squirrel Sean already on the point, but here comes Trog Squad to contest it. And as long as it's contested, no movement gets made, and we'll see how these two teams decide to team fight each other. Zergling getting stunned up by the Condemn out of the Johanna. The silence does come down from Stukov, and he is forced to move back. Murder Fate. Oh, that was probably 3 stacks for the Azmodan right there. The axes come flying out again. J-Frail having to go back. Pops the Iron Skin to get out. Now he's got to be careful. He doesn't have that reduced cooldown. But, oh, here comes the Genji with the Swift Blade on in there. They're trying to get J-Frail out. Nice dunk. But ETC does end up going down, and this is going to give a good opportunity. Ooh, Genji also goes down as well, and this is going to give a really good opportunity for Trog Squad to grab that early robot. Oh, here comes Donison right in there again. He's got another stun to hit, but the heal comes out from the Stukov, get him just enough health to get out of dodge in time. And now they're going to control this point once again. So let's see what this Murden took. He did take Reverberation rather than something like Sledgehammer. Not the worst choice in the world, obviously. Reverberation giving you that second clap. Dementia in a lot of trouble right there. But actually ends up just backing off. The Junkrat bombs are just doing so much work. And it does look like that Azmodan is almost... Genji goes down again. Surprisingly hard play coming out of Trog Squad, but they are all incredibly low. Barcode's got to be looking for a dunk. Here comes one and doesn't really hit anybody. But now, Ricks are for kids in full control of this point. And they're going to keep pushing in right now. Tal Griffin got to be really careful right now. Throwing the Qs out on the Junkrat. The nice, ooh, good combo coming out of the Murden right there. But here comes Genji once again. The J-Frail with a great condemn onto, I think it was 3 people. Has to pop the Iron Skin as Azmodan is throwing that laser on him. Oh, that was a beautiful hit. Ballot goes down in the top. And J-Frail is about to go down as well. And Ricks are for kids. Bring this back. They are in position to claim the first robot of the game, the Triglav Protector. Let's see. Dementia is going to be the pilot. Who is going to be the gunner, though? It is a 2-man piloted objective, but in the top lane, we're going to watch Squirrel Sean and Mitchie D just continue to push this top lane out. And honestly, that's a really good decision, as only J-Frail is able to come in and contest this. Pops the Iron Skin to avoid any extra damage. Throws the blind out right there, and he hits another 2-man punish. Let's take a look at this bottom lane real quick. As is Johanna going to go down? She is going to go down. Zergling going in for another punch, and this first robot is finally going to go down. We see the whirling axes come out from Zergling right there, and now they're going to have to back it up. But I do wonder if Squirrel Sean is just relentless on this. He's taking a lot of damage right now, getting slowed up by the fort, leaving Tal Griffin to kind of poke at him for a little bit. But ETC undeterred. Ooh, nice. Oh, here comes the concussion mine from Tal Griffin to push him away. And we've got 10s coming up on the side for Ricks are for kids. Oh, Genji doesn't even care. Jumps in, jumps out, gets the kill. Mitchie D on point, making up for those early deaths in a big, big way. And with this, Zul'jin does actually go guillotine. So Jay Frail having his hands full right now with this Genji. Another Sieging Wrath comes out. He hits the Laws of Hope, and the guillotine doesn't do enough damage. Mitchie D in a bit of trouble. Oh, that was a brilliant concussion mine right there to secure the kill, but Zergling going in hard is going to get the return kill right there. And they're going to be able to grab another fort, but no Taz Dingo, no survivability. Zul'jin ends up going down here in the top. Murden was actually left pretty much alone at that point to push that bottom lane out. We do see Avatar, Crystal Aegis, Riptire, Falling Sword, and Rain of Vengeance come out on the side of Trog squad. Let's see, we just Flailing Swipe, Blackpool, so no real big surprises right there. Vala poking away at Squirrel Sean on the ETC. Another nice. Oh, that was a great little detainment strike to keep him off. Zergling taking a lot of damage as a Hungering Arrow does miss. Donison doesn't even care, jumps on, and he's got to pop the Avatar. Crystal Aegis does come out onto him. Dragon Blade gets popped as well, and Genji is going nuts. Here comes the Riptire, the Falling Sword from Jay Frail as well. Flailing Swipes come out as well. And this is just chaos incarnate right now. The Qs come out from Tal Griffin on that Junkrat. Jay Frail trying to get some action in. And just these these Junkrat mines are just so disruptive. But nobody has really made their way to the point B just yet. But it looks like Trog Squad, moving as one, decides we are going to do everything we can in order to hold this point against Rixer for Kids. They got that camp pushing up, and that camp does actually do a lot of damage. It's kind of ridiculous the amount of damage that camp will do. Squirrel Sean just beating away at it. We've got Johanna holding the point right here. Nice Hungering Arrow onto Squirrel Sean right there. And we're going to see Rixer for Kids grab the support camp. So they're going to have the benefit of that extra healing right there. And Jay Frail going to have to stay on there. Pops the Iron Skin just now. And, oh, that is a healthy slow. Donison taking an awful lot of damage. Has to Dwarf Toss away. Here comes. Oh, that was just beautifully timed right there. Comes stage dive from ETC. He is in the middle. Vala does go down. Squirrel Sean's got to get out. Maybe no. Falling Sword to get away. That you hate to use your ultimate like that. But here comes the... Oh, that's just not fair. Donison hungry for that Genji. Ends up going down. That Genji was so low right there. And it does look like that Trog Squad is well on their, or not Trog Squad, Rixer for Kids are well on their way to getting another Triglav Protector. We'll see how Trog Squad decide to respond to this. That heal, I don't even know if that heal got used. Genji just going in, eats a tower shot, eats a Hungry Arrow, dodges the Rain of Vengeance somehow, just barely. Sieging Wrath comes out. Tal Griffin in a lot of trouble right there. Zul'jin just sitting in the top right now, slowly controlling that point, and Rixer for Kids are sitting on a 3-level lead right now. So we'll see how this turns out. Zergling probably waiting for a teammate to show up so they can take the gunner spot. Here we go, the big giant robot coming in. How is Trog Squad gonna defend against this? Never knew the Protector's wave clear was this good. So Vala trying to get as much damage onto this protector as possible. Vala going the multi-shot build. Surprisingly enough, she's got to be able to get... Oh, with the deflection from Genji, Vala has to stop attacking him for just a second. And here comes the Trog Protector onto Vala with that charge punch, and I feel like he's going to have to back off. He might get a little bit of poke on there, but I don't think he's going to be able to get a whole lot more. In the mid lane, we've got Barcode versus J-Frail just going at each other, cats and dogs. But ETC is in a bit of a bad position. He does get stunned out of attempted stage dive, and this frees up that bot lane to go in and push. The Trog Protector finally goes down, and out comes the ensnare right there, and that will pretty much end that particular push right there. Well, you know what? That was actually really well defended. Mitchie D going in just now. Might have burned that dash a little early, but the cyber agility comes in handy, gets him out of there. And that concussion mine is just so annoying. It looks just awful to deal with. Sieging Wrath coming in, getting a good chunk of damage onto that fort right there. They're going to go for the other support camp. The value of that camp can't be underestimated. The healing is just absolutely invaluable. Another dunk from the Asmodan does secure that keep. Ooh, Junkrat does go down, but Genji also goes down as well. In the meantime, Donison trying to get in there. The nice stun. Oh, that's so far 2 for 2, and really that's in the benefit of Trog Squad. Nice stun onto the ETC right there. Here comes the Dwarf Toss to block Sean Squirrel's path. They end up getting the Stukov as well. So this is a really good fight on the side of Trog Squad. Sean Squirrel going down to the Hungry Arrow and the stun from Muradin, and now Trog Squad in a really good position right now to get a good push off. A 4-for-1 trade, a mini stun out of the Muradin right there, but that also leaves him unavailable to Dwarf Toss out. He should probably be a little bit more careful with those. The Storm Bolt, this Perfect Storm quest coming in very handy just now. Let's see how many stacks that Muradin has. 25 stacks. So, watching Tal Griffin and Murderface take this siege camp right here. That'll prove very, very handy. And really, this is quite the comeback from Trog Squad just now. They were down 3 levels at one point, facing a Triglob, and they managed to beat back the Triglob and secure a really, really good team fight just now. Donison facing down the Cyber Ninja right there. It looks like, yeah, they are going to go for this, but in the top lane, looks like a bit of trouble. Here comes the ETC. The Crystal Aegis is used. Jamaica in a lot of trouble. He's definitely going to go down. The Cyber Agility looks like it was securing the kill right there. And Rixer for Kids are just going to continue to push in this top lane. They want this keep down. They want it down now. Here comes the Riptire. Nice bit of damage onto everyone. Oh, Junkrat just gets absolutely popped. He thought he had some health left, but no, he didn't. They do get this top fort, as I believe Trog Squad are just waiting this out right now. But with 3 dead, I don't know if J-Frail should stick around. Donison goes down mid-Dwarf Toss. J-Frail, all he can do is just watch on at the moment. The sword only hits onto 1. Has to pop the Iron Skin, however. 2018. This is going to be game 1 in the favor of Ricks Are For Kids versus Trog Squad. So, well play to them right there. So, Bricks are for Kids now having Trog Squad having choice of map pick or first pick. So we'll get this saved for stats. And then first pick or map pick. Yeah, that ended up being a lot strong, real strong showing out of Trog squad right there, especially towards the end. Being able to push back that push mid game and get a 4-for-1 trade right there is definitely nothing to sneeze at. So we'll see what they decide to do right here. If they want to take first pick, they want the first map. They want Infernal Shrines for game 2. We'll get this set up. Make observer, referee. Let's get Dementia in here. Let's get Zergling in here. And then we can get everybody else. But yeah, this is, I like this map choice right here out of Trog Squad. So everybody is heading into the game now. So we get a random cough in the background. So Infernal Shrine's a really good map to try to inflict a certain strategy on your opponent, whether it be a split push strat or something like that. There we go. I see Mitchy D's is taking a break. Maybe? No. Make player. All right. I do note that there are no, there's no caster, or not caster, there's no portrait synergy tonight. And that really leaves everything in the air in terms of who's going to win, really. So we're just waiting for the teams to ready up now for this game 2 happening on Infernal Shrines of this Rekt League. Week I am a dork. So it looks like both teams are just about ready at this point. Sure, Trog Squad is ready to go. All right, so here we go. Game 2 between Trog Squad and Rekt are for Kids. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Infernal Shrines. So Ricks are for kids having the first pick this game, as Trog Squad did actually pick the map. We'll see what they decide to ban out here on this map. And thank you everybody who followed us tonight. I appreciate every single follow. Your follows help keep this channel going. Barcode was very, very good on that Azmodan Dan clan. He was no joke at all. Did I transition everything over? Yes, I did. MALTHAEL gets banned out. Safe ban. MALTHAEL's absolutely violent in this particular map. With the shrines being as close as they are, Tormented Souls just gets so much value. Just an idiotic amount of value. GARROSH, once again, sitting on the bench. And GARROSH, again, just an absolutely terrifying early game tank. So we will see how Ricks are for Kids decide to what they decide to pick first. The M. Bison and Stukov comes out to play once again. All right, that Raymain and the ETC for the 1 and 2 slot on the side of Trog Squad, and that is a really strong duo right there. ETC, incredible with the ability to push people back into the team, and Raymain always loves that. If he doesn't have to go that far to secure a kill, that makes his life much easier. So, ooh, Stitches. What's a good way to handle dive? Gorge him. It's probably not going to be a gorge, but even Putrid Bile was really good. And the Dahaka. Dahaka is going to be an absolute nightmare on this map. The global presence, there's lots of bushes around each shrine that Dahaka can just run in, stalker into. And that's just going to be really incredibly annoying to deal with. So once again, a reminder to J Fry that if you want me to say your name right, you need to outbid Donison. So I can say your name right. We worked out that agreement, and that is a new Rekt League rule. If Trog Squad is playing and J Fry is playing that night, I will say your name wrong if Donison outbids you. The Vala and the Uther bands coming out, and that's really, you can see those bands coming pretty much a mile away. Vala is an absolute nightmare on this map. She gets a lot of value with the Hungering Arrow build against Punishers. And she's just absolutely a nightmare to deal with in all other regards. And Uther, you really don't want to see the Divine Shielded Mosh Pit combo. So two really smart bands coming outside. And now we're going to see what Trog Squad decides to go with for their 3 and 4 slot.
To my last breath.
All right, so we see the Varian and the Rhaegar come out. So what that kind of means that they're planning for at least level 10, and that's a, I don't want to say it's a dicey proposition, but it could play into some other things here real soon. So Trog Squad looking to play a little conservatively until that taunt on Varian comes out. which will be really invaluable in pinning somebody down. So they've got a nice dive comp going on right now on the side of Trog Squad. But I think the counter initiation that Ricks Are for Kids are going to have, especially post 10, is going to really, really come into play. So they're debating their 4th and 5th picks right now. Jaina and the Lunara. Never underestimate the woman with 2 rib cages. That Lunara is going to be an absolute nightmare. Oh, and a KEL'THUZAD. 2 chains coming out to play tonight. So this is going to be a really, really interesting fight. If KEL'THUZAD can land those stuns and roots consistently, it's going to put a serious hurt onto Ricks Are for Kids. I kind of like Trog Squad's draft a little bit better. Especially if they hit 10 first or aren't too far behind. When 10s come up, so let's see. Jeez, out barcode. Why do you play this game so much, bro? Level 2090. I feel very inferior all of a sudden. I'm standing in the presence of greatness. So here we go. Into the game, waiting on Murderface to load in. He's got the potato this time. And on the side of Ricks Are for Kids, we've got Dementia on M. Bison, Squirrel Sean on the Stitches. Barcode's playing the Dahaka with the Tempo Storm Spray. It looked like Mitchie D is going to be playing the Jaina, and Zergling is definitely going to be playing the woman with 2 rib cages, Lunara. Thank you for the sub, Donison. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Donison is going to be on the ETC. J Frail on the variant. Jamaica is on the Greymane. Tal Griffin is going to be playing the KEL'THUZAD, 2 Chains, and Murder Faces on Mr. Bark Rhaegar. Which comes out inspecting that bush. Sees J Frail right there. A nice hook on the Donison. He is silenced though as he exits the power slide right there, and that was a healthy bit of damage. J Frail trying to go in, find Zergling, get some extra damage on him, but that poison damage. Greymane jumping in with the engage, going bark as well. Murderface using that lightning shield as they begin to rotate in the bottom. J Frail in a lot of trouble. He is going to go down. There's no way around it. Nice pull, but it doesn't really lead to any meaningful damage. J Frail was kind of frail right there. Now Jamaica and company are going to have to... Nice Ghanaian cocktail right there. Gets a good bit of damage and some creep damage, but right now, it's Murderface trying to clear this wave up. Ooh, blind hook misses. And right now, we've got the Donison. Oh, do we need to pause? We do need to pause. Mitchie D's dropped. Sadly. Some little chat right there. Cut back to me real quick, and so yeah, I like what Trog Squad's doing. The death on Varian was a bit unfortunate, but that's what happens when you're caught out of position a bit too far pre-4. Looks like everyone is ready. And we are back in the game. Donison still going up against Barcode on this Dahaka. And Dahaka does pop his trait to get that benefit. Might have been a little early. Nice drag onto him onto the ETC right there. But here we go. The first shrine is popping up. Tal Griffin looking to land some more death and decays right there, but nobody's started the shrine just yet. Dementia does start the shrine finally, and here we go. They're gonna look to be getting this. Oh, nice route onto Squirrel Sean right there, but no real follow-up just now. Murderface chilling inside the bush right there, but here comes that annoying little wisp with the 2 hit points. Oh, Murderface gets grabbed. Beautiful hook, a lot of damage. J-Frail coming in for the save. Here comes the ETC with the power slide and pinball combo. And now Trog Squad kind of beating this back a little bit. Very well played team fight right here. Tal Griffin throwing out another Death and Decay, landing on a couple of heroes. Dahaka does pop the burrow, but the hook from Squirrel Sean onto the ETC pulls off enough damage. And now Trog Squad having to back up as Rixer for Kids are in prime position to take this first shrine. It will be a Frozen Punisher. Everybody grabs the orbs. Jay Frail in a lot of trouble. Here comes the hook. Nice hook. The silence does not connect, but haha. He'll just have it up again in a few seconds. Here comes the leap. That was a very, very delayed leap out of that Punisher right there, and it allowed Rixer for Kids to really grab that front wall. They may get a lot of value. The silence coming in very handy out of the Stukov just now. Another leap from the Punisher, and he is just wailing on Jamaica. And now Zergling and company do have to get out. Another beautiful hook from the side of Rixer for Kids. And I don't know why I have the hiccups. And that whole time they were taking that aggressive camp, and now it's going to get a lot of value. Squirrel Sean, not a very good spot. He does get rooted, but lands the hook on Talgriff, and J-Frail going in with that charge. I feel like Talgriffin's probably getting a little close to finishing that Death and Decay. He has been landing his skill shots very, very consistently. ETC coming in with the power slide and the pinball, but now he's in a bit of trouble as that lurking infestation is proving to be incredibly annoying. The size of it is just making things so difficult. Ooh, nice stun onto Zergling right there. Nice power slide. Gets pulled way back. And Tal Griffin secures the kill right there. That was beautifully played by those two. Going back to the top lane for just a second. Dahaka just chilling out. Is probably going to get dragged here real quick. He does. Dahaka poking on him. And along the bottom there, Trog Squad was looking to contest Rixer for Kids from grabbing the siege camp in the mid. But instead decide better of it and decide to grab that bot camp. Ooh, J-Frail getting just hooked. Squirrel Sean thinking he's Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or something with how he's been threading that needle. J-Frail is going to go down to this, tries popping the well to keep himself alive, but it does not work out in the end. The next shrine does pop. It's going to be in the top lane. ETC is up here all by himself. And he is in a bit of trouble. Has to power slide away right there as all the damage from Rixer for Kids come out to play. Let's see. Splintered Spear is going to get a lot of work on these. And it looks like Trog Squad has decided that they're just going to give this up maybe. They've got Greymane pushing in the bottom lane. Throwing cocktails everywhere. Oh, nice stun on a Squirrel Sean. He's in a lot of trouble. Is he going to be able to survive this? They don't have the damage to kill him off. Ooh, nice stun right there. That's going to be Mitchie D going down. The flailing swipe doesn't come out in time. And we've got Shadow Fissure, go for the throat, taunt, and mosh pit. Donison taking an awful lot of damage. The Ancestral Healing does come out in time. The Putrid Bile getting a surprising amount of work done on the Murderface. J-Frail coming in with the charge and the shield wall. And Squirrelshawn just keeps getting jerked back, taunted up. He goes down. And that is an incredibly good team fight for Trog Squad right there. Incredibly well played on their side. So honestly, this does look like this is Trog Squad's. Ooh, a mosh pit onto one right there. It gets the root and the Shadow Fissure. That is just way too much damage for him to deal with. KEL'THUZAD does go down. Dahaka has to burrow. Will he stay alive? Here comes Murderface on the Rhaegar, but it's too little too late. The cleanse does come out to keep Donison alive. He's going to back. And an incredible recovery from Rixer for Kids right there. What is that Stitches doing? Stitches has decided he is going to go solo this camp. Never mind the shrine. And if Rixer for Kids just or if Trog Squad just realizes that, that could be a really, really big problem. Ooh, that was a great burrow from the Dahaka to dodge that Shadow Fissure right there. Donison in the mix of it. Flailing Swipes does come out, and now he's in the middle of no man's land. Oh, bad synergy right there. Kind of knocking Donison kind of knocking them out of that ultimate right there. Squirrelshawn once again with that Putrid Bile going in deep. ETC taking a lot of trouble. The cleanse comes out, doesn't save his life though. Jamaica on that Greymane trying to get as much value as possible, but J-Fry in a lot of trouble right now. Gets dragged by the Dahaka. I don't think he's going to be alive much longer. No, he is definitely not. The Shadow Fissure whiffs again. Instead, he gets hooked. The silence follow-up, just way too much to deal with. And a Mortar Punisher is now on the side of Ricks Are For Kids. This is probably going to be a free fort. I don't see Jamaica sticking around for long to defend that. It's going to take a jump here at some point. The Summoner camp being taken on the side of Rixer for Kids. That hook just a bit short. Probably the first hook I've seen Squirrelshawn miss all game. Lunara with that splintered spear just has so much wave clear. The Punisher not even really slowing down at all. He jumps over the wall, and Trog Squad doing their best to burn this this Punisher down as quickly as possible. Donison going in deep. They really wanted Zergling right there, but nothing doing. The flailing swipes, giving her the perfect cover to get out. And now Rixer for Kids have a level lead as Squirrelshawn has just been ignoring everything this whole time and has just been pushing mid. Nice power slide right there, but we've got a lot of damage on the side of Rixer for Kids. That was a beautiful Ring of Frost out of the Jaina, and that is a 5-man wipe. That mosh pit was just a hair short. That was just a hair short. And so now this is probably going to be at least a keep. At least one keep. Squirrelshawn, though, taking a surprising amount of damage just now. Tanking those... That keep a little harder than he should have been. Dementia sending me an XD face as a... Well, maybe they're not going to be able to get it. Squirrelshawn eating a creep before leaving. But here comes Murderface with the bark, bite. And Squirrelshawn ends up eating a lot of damage. And they're going to grab this kill. Despite being down 16-13, Trog Squad not giving up this fight. J Frail looking to grab somebody else as the taunt is off cooldown. And thankfully, Trog Squad haven't lost a keep yet, so there's no additional pressure. Mishy D got to be a little bit careful. You see both teams grabbing their camps at the moment. This mid shrine, we'll see what kind of Punisher it's going to end up being. But Barcode just not even caring, just tanking the siege creep. As Trog Squad does grab that bottom siege keep. And that real smart heads-up decision on their part. And really, I think they've got to force this Punisher right now. It is an arcane Punisher. It will get a lot of value, but I feel like Trog Squad is just a bit nervous right now, knowing that they're down 3 levels at present. Ooh, blind hook misses. Stitch is looking to pull somebody in as the Trog Squad heads mid and cleans that siege camp up real quick. But Dahaka in the top, he's going to try to get out. And successfully does. The slippery Zerg being a bit of a nuisance. Split pushing and then backing off as Rixer for Kids continue to just take shrine after shrine after shrine. Does look like Rick Surfer Kids are going hunting. Let's see if Squirrel Shine can get a sick blind hook. Doesn't really see anything right there with the enhanced slam. Here comes this Arcane Punisher, and this is going to be a nightmare. Nice cleanse, helping this Varian get out. Stitch is just running in with that Putrid Bile. Is taking an awful lot of damage. The beautiful Ancestral keeps Tal Griffin alive just a bit longer, but Murderface is going to go down. Same with the Rhaegar. And this is actually looking to be game for Rick Surfer Kids. I really like what Trog Squad tried to pull off there. They looked really, really good in spots. There was Rick Surfer Kids just having the better coordination overall, being able to... I've never seen the Punisher beat his chest like that. So that is going to be game 1 between Rick's R for Kids, and or that's game 2, and Rick's R for Kids take that series 2-0 as I get this next stats up. Rick's R for Kids versus Trog Squad game 2 week 2. So I really do like what Trog Squad attempted right there. They tried to pull off what they were going for, and at times they were incredibly successful. I was very impressed with how they tried that. So, but we're gonna go. So good luck to Trog Squad next week. Looks like Trog Squad is gonna be facing AD-EZ in the unstreamed match that week. So look forward to that. And then we do have one more game coming in after this. It will be Rixer for Kids versus the replacement for Sky 5 in Snitches Get Stitches. So enjoy the music, and we will be right back.
If I fall tonight